By 2026, we will have robots in our homes. Tesla has sold nearly 7 million cars to date, and they plan to do the same thing with robots. Starting in 2025, there's strong reason to believe Optimus robots will be beta tested in homes. However, before they can roll the robot into mass production, they will need to make 3 major improvements. 1 is real-life experience, 2 is a roadmap, and 3 is the hands. So here's how the Optimus robot will improve in the near future. The 2024 We Robot event was not just about Musk unveiling the Tesla Cybercab or the second generation of the Optimus robot. I mean, sure, it was partly for those things, but the real reason Musk unveiled his army of robots during the event was very sneaky. He wanted to get data. And no, it's not the kind of data Mark Zuckerberg likes to sell to third-party websites. No, the data I'm talking about involves human interaction. You see, all of the Optimus robots present at that event were learning a little something about the real world and how to navigate it. Sure, they looked cool, walking, dancing, preparing drinks, and mingling with the crowd while making small talk, but they were doing that because they needed to learn. We have to remember that the Optimus AI robot learns through trial and error as well as through experience. When it comes to humanoid robots, it's not about show and tell, it's more about show. This means that no matter how many lines of code programmers write for Optimus, the robot's ability to interact with humans and avoid obstacles will determine how good the robot is in the real world. Sure, the lines of code are important, but they need actual experience to conceptualize and have a reference to what you're talking about. To give you an example, it's like reading about sexual intercourse and then actually participating in the physical act. It's the same with Optimus when it comes to learning menial tasks, not copulation. Anyways, I'm getting off track here. The important thing is, before the robots are released to the public, they will need to study real-life examples. Musk said that the Optimus Gen 2 robot will be available to the general public by 2026. But during the 2024 We Robot event, something strange happened. While interacting with the Optimus Gen 2, one woman managed to smash that like button, just like you should if you haven't done so already. But no, in all seriousness, one woman managed to catch her purse on Optimus's arm and dragged him on the floor. Now, while this could have potentially damaged the robot, Optimus learned a lot of lessons that day. Now, the robot has real-life experience, and the next time this happens, Optimus will know how to react. And this reminds me a lot of Tesla's Autopilot mode. In the past, we thought that building self-driving cars would be easy. After all, there are a set number of traffic signs, there are a set number of traffic rules, and roads are pretty much all the same. So all we have to do is build a car that will follow these rules, signs, and roads, and we'll be golden, right? Well, experience has taught Tesla something different. Tesla's self-driving cars taught the company a valuable lesson. And that valuable lesson is that humans don't follow the rules. They don't respect the traffic signs. And in some parts of the world, you drive on the left, in others, you drive on the right, and in yet others, you drive straight down the middle and have to move aside to let the other car pass. Even after selling close to 7 million vehicles and getting driver's data from all of them, Tesla is still learning about autonomous driving. That's how difficult it is to build a driverless car. That same logic applies to Optimus's interaction with humans, except there's no rules, there are no traffic signs, and the designated walking areas are everywhere. Sure, the Optimus Gen 2 and even Gen 3 robot might be released in 2025 for beta tests, but it will have a major learning curve that it will need to overcome before your Optimus robot can go buy your groceries or walk your dog. In 2025, the robots we're likely to see will be in the house, sort of like your pet cat. But there are plans for fast advancement, like a sneaky reveal Musk made during the We Robot event. During the event, Elon Musk revealed something strange. It was a simple robot hand moving about. But this hand is what's going to revolutionize Optimus in 2023. Very few people paid attention to it because everyone was too busy talking to the actual robots. But Musk said that the Optimus Gen 3 advanced hand design would be to robots what the App Store was to smartphones. The arm has 22 degrees of freedom, which will allow Optimus to move his hands just like a human being. Compared to the Optimus Gen 2 hand, this is a 100% improvement because the old robot had only 11 degrees of freedom of movement. This means that there would be 22 different movements between the wrist, thumb, and fingers. Plus, they reposition the actuators. Instead of the hand, they're not in the wrist and the forearm. They did this so the Gen 3 hand would look more like a human hand than a robot one. Thanks to this one minor improvement, Optimus will not only have an improved range of motion, but his grip strength will increase as well. Some have even said that the next generation of Optimus robots could have been equipped with an even better hand, but Elon Musk didn't want to. You see, for a long time, Musk has been a supporter of the best part is no part philosophy. This simply means that engineers are supposed to remove as many of the parts of the object, in this instance, it's a robotic hand, until the robotic hand no longer works. Then, by adding back some of the remaining parts, you'd get a functioning object. The human hand is the ultimate goal, while the simplest hand is just two flaps and a thumb. There's a lot of room between ultimate goal and two flaps with a thumb, so Elon Musk is trying to find the sweet spot. And Tesla did this for the Gen 2 hand. The team added 4 fingers and a thumb, but the arm was missing some of the joints. Compare that to the Gen 3 hand, and you can see that Tesla put back all of the parts it removed in the first place. So now we have a robot hand with 5 fingers, 3 knuckles per finger, an extra degree of freedom, so it's easier to bend the pinky, plus the human ability to move each finger to the left and right. That's why the Gen 3 hand could do the Vulcan salute from Star Trek. Although Musk couldn't use real-life tendons, he did include the next best thing, wires and actuators in the wrist that pull the fingers and control them. Now, you might be thinking, well, if Musk added more parts to the hand, doesn't that mean he abandoned his philosophy? And you'd be right, but only partially. Like I already said, the philosophy simply states that you can take out as many parts as necessary until the object works. Well, it turns out that the best working robotic hand has the most parts. And this might not be true for smartphones, but it is true for robotic hands. That's why I said you'd be right to think that Elon Musk abandoned his philosophy, but it's only partially true because this is an exception. Sure, some experts might say that it's better to build robots specialized in doing one repetitive task over and over, like folding packaging boxed on a conveyor belt, but Tesla doesn't believe in this vision. They believe that generalized robots are the future. Generalized robots are good at all tasks, not just one, from moving heavy objects across the factory floor to sewing and folding clothes. However, so far, Tesla has been training Optimus to do only repetitive factory tasks. So instead of hiring humans to do the boring, monotonous, and even dangerous tasks, Tesla wants the companies of tomorrow to hire robots for this. Not only will they be protecting humans from exposure to hazardous work environments, they'll also be protecting them from the jobs they hate. On top of that, as the global population ages at a faster rate than ever, there will be fewer and fewer people capable of doing those jobs, which is where robots like Optimus come in. They will do the jobs that young people are not willing to do, and they will even help take care of the elderly. Here's another video AI enthusiasts loved watching. This is AI Exposed, demystifying the world of artificial intelligence, one video at a time.